Okay, the first person to have the opening statement will be Noel Dibona.
Thank you very much. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. I thank the Republican Party for having this and hosting this, the very first candidates night. My name is Noel Dibona. I'm currently a school committee member here in the city of Quincy. I'm a small business owner here in the city, 19 years. Russ Dibona and Son Landscaping. We do landscaping 8 months of the year. We do 4 months of the year. We do snow removal. So I'm a blue-collar worker, and I know what it feels like to work out there. A campaign is tough. You know, I'm out there every day. I have 2 small children, Tyler and Aiden. My wife, Neve. We live in Marymount now. I'm originally from Quincy Point. I grew up in the Quincy Point area, went through the Quincy Public Schools, Daniel Webster, Point. Point closed for a couple of years. I went over to Sterling Middle School, and I finished off at Quincy High School, 1993 graduate. So I'm educated through the Quincy Public Schools. I furthered my education at University of Massachusetts, Boston. You know, being around this neighborhood, I'm involved in the community forefront. I call myself a field rep. I'm a person who's out there every day. I'm in my 5th year of the Quincy Point Panthers youth football team. I mentor and coach 7th and 8th graders. I'm in my 5th year, which means I'm out there today. I was out there before I got here today. I know it's important to educate our youths, help them, mentor them. They're the future and generation of our city. I also help out with the Sons of the American Legion at Morissette Post. I'm the junior vice commander there. I help out with the Flags for Veterans Island.
Your time is up.
Veterans Day. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Mr. Finn.
Thank you. It's a great honor to be here with the GOP this evening. You know, it's interesting, when I first started running early on, some of my early opponents took great delight in painting me somewhere, because of my work with homelessness and poverty issues, somewhere to the left of Fidel Castro. But that became more difficult to do in 2010 when I won the Pioneer Institute, very conservative national think tank, won their Better Government Award for my work with Medicaid reform and housing. And I think I've been effective as a city councilor for the same reason that I won that award. My work with policy and governance has always been focused on problem solving and good management. Whether it was reducing the number of estimates on water and sewer bills that resulted in erratic and costly billing, whether it's working with the Department of Public Works to develop the technology around a paveway management system, fighting to preserve and protect the city auditor's position, and most recently, developing the management information systems in the city council office. So I ask for one of your 3 votes on November 3rd. Thank you.
Thank you. Liang.
Good evening, everyone. I want to start by thanking the Republican City Committee for hosting this event, to Christine Cedrone for working so hard in getting us all here together. I want to thank my fellow candidates for joining me tonight, and of course, all of you for coming out and showing your support. I'm excited to be your next city councilor at large. I'm running because I want to give back to the neighborhoods that raised me. I want to make a difference in the communities that taught me the value of hard work, help other working families of Quincy, and together make our city an even greater place to live, to work, and raise a family. Quincy's my home. I was born in Germantown, raised in North Quincy, went to Sacred Heart School, and I work here today with my cousin Jimmy. We operate the Fuji Restaurants groups in Quincy Center and in North Quincy. We put local people to work, generate more taxes for the city, and provide our neighbors with a good meal. Quincy's meant a lot for me and for my family. I know that it's the start that we've gotten here that's allowed my amazing opportunities in life, and I want everyone across Quincy to have these same opportunities. So I thank you for the opportunity of being here tonight to answer your questions and to share with you my vision on how we can move the city forward. Thank you.
Mr. McCarthy.
Thank you, Christine, and I also want to thank the Republican City Committee and yourself for having us here tonight at the Adams Inn. My name is Dave McCarthy. I've been on the school committee for the past 12 years. I grew up in House Neck. I'm married to my wife, Rose, who grew up in Quincy Point. We have 8 children. That's another, we won't have enough time for that, well, that's another story for another time. The 8 kids all went through the Quincy Public School System, except for one who went to Norfolk Aggie. It's a great school system. Over the last 12 years on the school committee, I've chaired almost every committee that we have there in regards to subcommittees. I think my proudest moment has been the chair of the Facilities Building Committee. That spearheaded not only Quincy High, Central, and now we're moving towards Sterling. Some great accomplishments in the city. I've been a Park and Rec board member for a few years, a past member. I've coached baseball, Babe Ruth in the city, and worked with the kids a lot. I currently sit on the board of directors for South Shore Mental Health, and I'm also on the board of trustees at Carroll School for the Blind. I'm looking for your vote also on November 3rd. I think I do a great job. I think my experience in the city is something that I can look back on and say that I've accomplished something. Thank you.
Thank you. The first question will be from Noel Bonner will answer first. Please identify a project or program that you would like to implement for the benefit of the city of Quincy, but you would not be able to because of fiscal limitations.
Well, being involved in the community right now as a field rep, I could understand it's constrictions. I'm a fiscal conservative right off the bat. Sometimes you can't have money and you have to go out and do something. Being involved in the community every day, I feel that that's the most important part of your answer. I think the opiate epidemic is the biggest thing, besides the downtown development, that we definitely need to take care of. I walk around the streets every day, knock on every door in every part of the city, and I will tell you the opiate epidemic is something that we have to take care of, each and every one of us. If it's not in your area, it is. It's in every single community, and it's killing people every day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Again, the one area that if we had additional resources that I think is critically important is that we have over 200 miles of paveway in the city of Quincy. Many of you, I don't have to tell you what deterioration some of that is in. And so quite honestly, if we could get that done with the resources in one fell swoop, which by the way we don't have, that would be it. But what is critically important is that we begin to get back to a paveway management system that was started earlier that makes best choices about the best use of those resources and protecting and conserving our pavement. Thank you.
Thank you. Liang?
Thank you. So as somebody that was born and raised in Quincy, I feel very tied to the community. On the other end of it, I was raised by immigrant parents, immigrant grandparents, and so I knew their struggle right from the beginning. I feel like I can speak to the fact that in the community, we're finding this struggle and the disconnect between people that have lived here for years and the new immigrant families that are moving here. Should we have more funding? I know what we can do to bring the community together is focusing on the children in the schools. We all, regardless of where you come from, want to see our kids succeed. If we have more funding, we can engage the community more regardless of what language you speak, to engage with the teachers more, and work on bringing our children up together. Because that's a good start on, again, getting the community together.
Thank you. Mr. McCarthy?
Right away, education. We've seen what it can do with the schools and the school system as our budget increases. Our superintendent has used the money correctly. Our staff is an excellent staff here in Quincy, but education. And that leads to what Noel said about drug addiction. We added a couple of health interventions teachers in there, but it has to grow, and it can't just be programs that come out. You have to go to the source. But that's a big, big thing in Quincy is the drug problem. Education is the #1 thing that I would look at all the time and make sure that it is funded every year. Thank you.
Thank you.